Felicity, thank you so much for being here and joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. Now, I really love your story because you're a manager, you're a leader, and in that environment, you've always been told that coaching skills are really important. And you originally joined to actually upskill, and then your journey has changed and transformed along the way. So tell us a little bit about what got you inspired to actually come here in the beginning and how that's evolved.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got some coaching outside of work, and it was always around, I just need clarity around what my purpose is and, what my path is. And I've done really well at work and I still love what I do, but I knew there was just something missing. And through those coaching sessions, we came to discover that I did want to become a coach myself as well. And that's how I found out about the Coaching Institute, because she had recommended that is a school that I look into. And so I did. And I'm into this journey now 6 months, and I would never look back now. It's been the bestest decision I've ever taken.
That's fantastic. Now, initially you joined for upskilling yourself, which I think is wonderful.
Yes.
And a lot of people join us because of that, because they want to add more skills. So tell us about that first. Initially, what were you searching for and what was it that you wanted to gain as a result of the education?
So yeah, exactly. So initially it really was to upskill. I really felt like it was a core requirement for my role as a leader to be a really good coach, but I hadn't had that exposure through work itself. I think it was more a notion that was sort of thrown around and also just sort of, here's the grow model, run, And I guess through my journey here initially, it was firstly also about just, my self-management and developing myself. But as I've gotten more into it, I just can see the value, the extreme value, and that this is totally the thing I want to run with. So it's kind of organically moved along, and it's probably moving a little bit quicker than I had initially anticipated. So yeah, starting my own business and everything.
Congratulations. Now, tell me a little bit about how you feel realizing that this is something that you actually want to do, because it's a different experience. You initially came in because you wanted the upskill, the education. It's kind of like, it was more like, by the sounds of it, you're being a really good employee. So you're being a responsible employee. Let me upskill. I want to do the best that I can. But through this journey, you've actually discovered that you have more of a passion to do this. And this is actually, this is a direction you're going to move in. What does it feel like to just have that now versus not having that previously?
You know what? It's a little bit hard to put that into words, but it's like all the pieces of the puzzle have come together. Because what my coach had told me, she said, your purpose doesn't just land on your doorstep. There's little breadcrumbs that you will pick up along the way. But then actually, when I joined TCI, it was like, oh, it did actually fall on my lap. It was amazing. So it felt like I had found the most inspiring and supportive community. I've never been in an environment that is so non-competitive, that just wants everyone, so happy for everyone to do well, regardless of what their path is, whether that is personal development and self-discovery, or whether that is to, have a small business or a really large business, but the support and the learning is just incredible. It's just that, if you don't have that environment outside of TCI, for example, at work, if you don't have the most amazing culture or family or whatever.
Now, one of the themes here is it sounds like you really have been continuously more and more inspired. You initially came for education, then you inspired. Actually, now you're going to be a coach yourself and you're going to set up a business, and you're setting up a business right now. You're in the beginnings of that. What have you been inspired to do? So what is it that's been lighting you up around who you want to help and who you want to share this with?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess I'm most inspired that, you find your thing, right? Like you find your tribe and then you find your thing. And some of the advice is you just have to be that little bit further ahead. You don't have to be the most polished presenter or person that has everything sorted out in their life. It's just if you can be a little bit further along, you can really help the people with what you've been able to conquer, or overcome, or whatever. And I think that's really beautiful because it makes it a lot more attainable that way. And I think Joe said it to us at Fox as well. It's just just a few steps ahead. That's all you need.
It's such an important message. Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. It's such an important message that you only have to be one step ahead. I think so many people freak out and they think, well, I don't have all my stuff sorted out. It's one of the common things that people talk about. And I know that, I don't have my stuff sorted out. You don't have all your stuff sorted out. Right. But a lot of people think that they do have to be, this like 100 years ahead of their clients to be able to serve them. And one of the wonderful things about coaching is you really just need to be a week ahead. If you're a week ahead, you've got a week's worth of guidance and knowledge to really be able to support your client. That kind of myth that you have to have all your stuff sorted out before you come to us, did you think that as well? Did you have to,
Yes.
Did you ever struggle with, okay, I have to be the best or any of those types of things?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really the opposite because you almost become, not relatable. And
Well said.
I just think, yeah, you just have to drop away any sort of, you have to be vulnerable enough to go, yeah, I don't have all my shit sorted out, but I can still help you because I'm really committed to helping you. And I think if you're coming from the right sort of heart space and energy, then it takes care of itself.
Yeah, it's a really powerful message. I don't have all my stuff sorted out, but I can still help you because I'm committed to help you. And that's really wonderful. Now, one of the questions I've been asking people, and I think this is a great question, is, this is a crazy time. We're going through this pandemic. We've never gone through something like this before when we've been so connected. We've got the internet. We're able to thrive and we're able to continue to move through challenges like this. How have you been managing yourself through these times as a result of being part of the community? And do you think you would have handled it differently if you weren't part of the community?
Yeah, I think so, because I think what you learn very much is focus what's in your control, right? So, and create certainty for yourself in your own standards and your own rituals and your own habits. That way, whatever happens out there that you thought in the past you could control and influence, that you actually never could. But if you have those sort of standards and you have more awareness around that, and you can just focus on yourself, you just heaps karma, and you just take day by day, and you can see the gifts in the whole situation as well. For me, this has presented so many gifts. I've got my kids at home, and I can work around them, and it's okay. Like, work's become much more understanding if there's a little person that pops up, in the background, and that whole myth around work-life balance, like everything's just more integrated, and I can perform in my job and still have, connected relationship with my husband and my kids, and do my passion, which is, build this business on the side and my skills on the side.
Congratulations. I love your attitude and how you're approaching this. I think a lot of people through these times are complaining about everything. And I'm hearing a lot of people say the exact opposite. It's like, oh my God, my kids are annoying me and I hate that I have to spend time. And, I love connecting with people like yourself that have implemented everything that they're learning about coaching, which is how to take responsibility, how to create a life that we actually love and that we're proud of. Now, what is it that you are looking forward to for the rest of the year? What are you looking forward to creating in your coaching business?
So for me, really, it's one of the things, I wasn't essentially not on social media when I joined TCI. And it was the one thing that they said, oh, look, you should probably, get a Facebook account. And I was a little bit reluctant, I'll admit it. However, that's how you get engaged in the community, and I've seen so much value in it. So for me, for the year, to the rest of the year, is really about building an online presence. So that's very new for me. And so I've just sort of launched my socials and just getting a bit more comfortable in front of the camera and things like that, and relaxing into that whole process, and adding value to my audience and really connecting with my audience, and just finding my tribe that I'm going to serve. So that's my year end.
Good on you. And congratulations on uploading essentially your first video, which you
It
did the
was,
other day.
yeah,
Congratulations. You did great.
thanks.
And I find a lot of people put off that stuff forever, and I love that you're embracing it and you're receiving the support to be able to move forward. It's really great.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Yeah,
You're
I
welcome.
mean, thanks to you and thanks to the school, really. So it's been
You're so
amazing,
welcome.
such an amazing journey.
Now, there is bound to be people that'll be watching this that'll be inspired by what you've done and how you've created more clarity. You're connected more with how you can use your skills, and you've discovered this new opportunity to be able to make even more of a difference in the world. And you're really throwing yourself into it, which is great. What would you say to someone who is considering joining our community and saying yes to themselves and starting this journey of being a professional coach?
Sure. So I would say, a bit of tough love here, but what do you like better? Is it your results or is it your excuses? And if there's anything in your life that you think you want to work on, then joining TCI is the best decision you'll ever make. Don't overthink it. Just have a go. And then once you're in, just constrain your focus and go for what you really want.
Thank you so much, Felicity. You're wonderful. Thanks for being a part of the broadcast.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Matt. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.